Next, how do we connect to GitHub? So what is a GitHub? So how many of you used GitHub? So like OneDrive, GitHub is also a web-based platform, but it is meant for version control. Okay, it is meant for version control and collaboration. So it allows the developers to host and manage their code repositories. Okay, it basically provides a platform for developers to work on projects and track changes to code over time and collaborate with others. And that kind of situation we use GitHub. In simple term, GitHub is used. It's a web-based platform. It is helpful to track the changes that you made to your code. Okay, it's meant for version control. What is version control? What is version control? Can someone tell me? Yes, you are partially correct. Yes. Yes, Sai Sudha, you are partially correct. Okay. How about others? Anybody has any idea about the version control? See, the version control is basically, we use that to track and manage changes to files or your code. Okay. For example, you have written a code, you developed a website. For that, you have written a HTML script or Python script. And 2 weeks back, and then you deployed your website. That code, you deployed it on the website. And then now you hosted, 2 weeks back, you hosted your website. Okay. By publishing your code there. And you need to add additional features to that, or you need to modify some changes to your code so that your website can have additional features in it. Okay, let's say when you make a changes to the code, there could be chances that it might work well, the new feature which you are trying to implement it or introduce in your already existing website, or it may not work. Okay, if that is not going to work due to some reasons, right? So you need to revert back. You need to take the previous version. Previous version was working fine. So better I'll take my previous version. I will, I will revert the changes, whatever I made it. Okay, by, overwriting the new changes by the previously written code. See, 2 weeks back, you wrote a Python script, everything, and then you published that on the cloud, and now your website is up and running for the last 2 weeks. Okay, and someone says, hey, can you include a new feature? For example, the users should be able to submit their resume in your website. In that case, you want to create some kind of plugin, and you want to implement it as part of your existing website. In the pursuit of introducing additional feature, your existing code itself got crashed because of some issues. Okay, the some issues. And in that case, yes, you need to have the kind of a backup, right? The previous version, 2 weeks back, at least whatever I developed, better we can take it, and we will revert the changes whatever we made it by overwriting the current code with the 2 weeks back code, your Python code, so that your system will run the way how it was running 2 weeks back, right? It will be like that. And then what you do is, okay, the new feature still, again, in the development environment, you go and test it again. And then why it caused that error, you do some kind of root cause analysis, everything, and then you fix it. And again, you go and publish it on cloud. And if that works fine, good. If that messes up the existing website itself, better you can rework and repeat. So in that case, you need to have the previous version, isn't it? Without having the previous version, how can you revert it back? If something goes wrong with your new code, how can you revert it back? So that is where the version control is coming into picture. And also, it allows multiple developers to collaborate on a project, or keeping at, for example, you developed a code today and you got assigned to other module. And right, so in the meantime, customer is asking you to introduce a new feature. The other developer who picks up your code, right, he is going to put some comments and everything, and he is going to make changes to your code. Okay, so in that case, some cases, the same code that will be worked by multiple users. So with the help of the version control systems, right, since it offers a structured and organized way to handle the different versions, to track changes and all, or to roll back to previous versions, or if you want to merge modifications from different sources, that is possible with GitHub. Anyhow, I'm not going to talk in depth about GitHub. You just remember that GitHub is meant for version control system. So there we not only upload our code, we also upload our data set. Supposing the data set is not available in my laptop, the client tells, hey, the data set is available in my GitHub, go and pick up from there. Okay, so in that case, you don't have option to download. Let us assume that, okay, you don't have, or you even you have a download option. Why you need to download? Because that's a slightly bigger file. Better you can connect to your you can use your Power BI desktop to connect to GitHub directly to pick up the data from the GitHub. Okay, so github.com. I just go here. This is what my GitHub account. So you can also go ahead and create an account in, or you can go and sign up in GitHub. You just do Googling or YouTube. If you go, a lot of videos are there, how to create an account in GitHub. It's a very simple one. And also how to create a repository. You can see that. Okay. Look here, I have already created, I have the login credentials here. Okay. Login credentials. And here I have already uploaded these files, published these files on cloud. So since it's a version control software, we say that I already checked in some codes there. Checked in the sense uploaded the files. This is a CSV file. Okay, let's say your customer tells you, hey, go and pick up the web CSV file, my GitHub. So my GitHub repository URL is this one. What you do is you just click on this CSV file. And then what you do is you select this URL, right click on it, and then copy it and go to your Power BI desktop. But unfortunately, in Power BI desktop, there is no connector to connect to GitHub as of today. Okay, better you can go for use the web connector. In that case, click on the web. Whatever the URL that I copied it here. So this URL, I'm going to paste it here. I just paste it. I'm going to hit OK now. One second, I just go over here and then, yeah, it is being connected to my github.com. And then it is trying to read the data from this file. Still it going on. Let's wait for a few more minutes. Yeah, it got connected. Now only it is trying to establish a connection to this one. But here, unfortunately, it is not showing the correct data. Okay, it is not doing anything. But you have something like extract table using examples and all. Even that is not going to be helpful here. Okay, I'm going to cancel it here. And what I do is I just go back to my GitHub website. See, previously what I did, I just went to the given URL. In this URL, I just clicked on this file. Simply I clicked on this file. And then it opened up with some URL, right? This URL I just copy pasted in the web connector. It is not working fine. Okay. So what you need to do, the next step is you need to click on the raw button. I just do it one more time. This is the URL given to you. For example, customer has given you, hey, go and pick up the file. The file name is, they gave you the URL and the file name. The file is a CSV file. And here what I do is I just click on this file and then it opens up here. So you can see the data, everything. It's all comma separated CSV file. So in this time, I'm going to click on the raw icon. Okay, the raw button. When I click on the raw button, now the URL got changed, right? It looks something like this. This time you select this URL and copy it and then paste it in your web connector. Since we don't have any connector available, dedicated connector available to connect to GitHub, better you can use the web connector to pull any data from. Look here, now it is working fine. Excellent. This is how you can pull the data or read the data, the comma separate value file data from your GitHub. So don't, so as soon as you open a file in GitHub, don't take that URL. You need to hit that, or you need to click on the raw icon button, right? So when you click on that, it will open up a URL which starts with the raw.github user content on. Okay, fine. So this is, so it shows as usual the sample data. I'm going to hit load now. Look here on the right side, you can see that this file. So this file, 1 second, I'll just go back. Yeah, this one, 2021, second 05f.csv. It got opened here, right? So it got opened here. And if you click on this icon, right, it will get expanded. You can see all the columns belongs to this file here. If you want to see the data, click on the data view, switch out the data view, and then you select this and you can see all the columns and the data that belongs to this file. And at the left bottom, you can see that 3,325 records got loaded in this file. So this is how you can read the data directly from your GitHub via Power BI Desktop. Okay. The next part is, what is next? The next one is, 1 second, I'll just save